I've heard it before, and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, an NFC battle in store for us between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Throwing. It's low. That's him on the quick hitter. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense, and number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Love. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20.
Their own 23-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Man in motion here. Back to throw, Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. There's the intensity we expected to play off. Defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line.
Great, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Starts his return from the 23. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. There's the intensity we expected to play off. Defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At their 48.
Play fake, it's Love. Cut down the field, Golden. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's 16 on the pickup. That's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Love now, off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Each round of the playoffs, Brock, getting some early points becomes more and more important. And they're on the board here in the divisional round.
Pretty tricky round for a lot of teams to get through, which makes some early momentum, to your point, all the more valuable. They're doing all they can to avoid getting tripped up before that conference title affair.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning right there, just got it done regardless.
Hurts on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation. Make somebody else beat you.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun snap for Hurts. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Braden Mann out once more for another punt. Jaden Reed on the return for the Packers. He has it at the 13. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Case. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Thrown on 1st down, Love. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And the receive isn't going to be answered. That's incomplete as an exciting look ends our 1st quarter. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They start out 2nd and 10. This is Jacobs running left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Love out of the shotgun. He's got it complete to Reed. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
They've got first down here from the 36. Shotgun now for Love. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide by Love. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 13-0 lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff.
McManus to kick off.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Bengals in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a couple of yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Play action. Hurts has it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Putting a receiver in motion. Hurts now from the gun. He finds Dotson left side. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? They've got a man in motion. Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. They're down to their final 1 in this half. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Up to the point of the game, Kate, now we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Throwing, it's Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Second and 10, Love trying again. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24. 6 yards to go here. It's third down. They'll throw. Third and long. Pass brought in by Watson. And this play reaches the 35 before he comes to an end. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be second down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Throwing again. Love. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Loves to throw again. Kraft has it. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a gift to Jacobs. And the power play up the gut results in 2 yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And he could have a free play here. Brought in. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Just content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. It's a small gain up to the 38. That was Micah Parsons making that play. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Pressure coming, and it's Hurts. This is complete downfield to Smith. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hurts on first down. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Evan Williams. And the Packers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Intercepted. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is first and 10. Love from the gun. Lasers this one deep down the middle. That's caught at the 25. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get more points to end a lopsided first half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His third through the air this game. And that is his third touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? That one right down the middle. And the Packers continue piling onto this lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
He's trying to go deep again. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
He's going to try another deep one here. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. The task gets tougher as they set up on 4th down. Looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Brandon McManus to kick on 4th
Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. Dory Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Motioning left is their running back. From the pistol, Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Offense to the line fast.
Eagles first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Eagles.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And they come up with 7 following that flag. That sets up second and 8. Goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 7 at the 46-yard line.
They send a man in motion. Now Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, frankly. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass. It actually loses yardage.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. The Packers take their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throw here. 3rd down. Finds the in route complete. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down. And goes to the hurry-up offense here.
It's now 4th down.
A run for it with Barkley. That'll be the first and more. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
First down, Philadelphia.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on. Brock, add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. And this one is launched downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. You've got to find a completion right there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. At the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And again, here's Hurts. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on 1st down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Hurts yet again. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Takes the handoff now low. Back to a familiar target. It's Watson. There he goes again. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. As he naps another touchdown, Brock. I gotta ask you, the former QB, is this a point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have 1 touchdown today are coming over you and saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kate. Like, really? I mean, can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now and the confidence in the timing, boy, you look him up every chance you get.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Play action, Hurts has it. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. That's also going to bring up 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, that's the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers
two, Kate, that they've got in him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got two in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Love now, off the play action. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers parlay the interception into points. Christian Watson with the touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers grow their lead yet again.
42, Eagles 7. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. New set of downs for him from the 31. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's him on the quick hitter. Second down now, they need 7. Barkley trying this up the gut. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Third and long, they're going to throw. Throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Great, shit. I know you want it.
First down, a run with Barkley. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's completed right side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30. You're right at the 31.
Gain of 17 yards. That's another Eagles 1st down. 31-yard line.
First down throwing for Hurts. He finds Dotson left side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24.
Man in motion here. Hurts to throw. It's Dotson on the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Looking quickly here.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's Eagles football and they trail. Need to fight to keep their postseason going. All set now. 1st and 10. It's Hurts once again. Brought in close to the 8. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Gonna run with Packlj. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles putting up points in a game decided. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Eagles cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
14.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Reed. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring an end to that, right near the 25-yard line. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. And up to Jacobs to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. This fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd down, they need 7. Play action, Love. Connects on the crosser. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Second and 10. Love trying again. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So now it's going to be third and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throwing his Love on third. This is Reed working the right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Pickup of 17. And it'll give the Packers the first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
Brings up second and 4.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Love using the legs here. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. Turning to Jacobs on third. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. Love throwing on fourth. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
From the pistol, Hurts. Look at that power, deep left side. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Evan Williams. And the Packers are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
First and 10 from the 32. Love out of the shotgun. He's out near midfield and still going. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw. Here's Love. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. Offense in the hurry up here.
Loss of 7. Brings up second and 17 at the 45-yard line.
Love looking to pass. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
Love now on first and 10. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Josh Jacobs
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Love from the gun. It's caught right in front of the tackle, but he lost the football. And Burns got to it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Hurts on first down. He's looking deep once again. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Play action. Hurts has it. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. There he goes, pick 6, touchdown Green Bay. Defense getting in on the farm block with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers continue adding on to that lead.
Eagles 14.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Has this at the 6. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. I'll start this one out with Barkley. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen, and they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Looking to tack on 2 more. The Eagles and Hurts to the line. Putting a receiver in motion. Hurts looking to throw. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
49, Eagles 20.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game. There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
5 still to go here. This is second down. To the air with Love. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Love on 3rd and short. Cut down the field, Golden. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Stick it in the air. Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Caught on the slant. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Third and goal now as they try to pile on further. It's not if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Packers keep running away with this. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 6th of the game. That's the first NFL player to catch that many in one contest. Wow. Well, there has been no answer to keep him out of the end zone, and they can't keep him out of the record books either, partner. That score gives him the most receiving touchdowns ever in one game.
And trust me, kid, those defenders, they threw everything. Man, zone, press, off. They just could not stop him. He was on a mission, and it was a mission for the record books.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. In a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. He's got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. He is down to the 30-yard line. They get 35 out of that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. Trying to set this up quick.
It's a gain of 35. 1st down, Eagles.
On the draw, it's Barkley. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. Offense in the hurry up here. They've got a man in motion.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up second and 8.
Throwing here, Hurts. And he's got it, it's in close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles putting up points in a game decided. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
The Eagles will set up for the...
They give it to the back of the zone read. And the defense holds him at the 2. Brock, he can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
Eagles 26.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They're going to pass it here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Throw here, 3rd down. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Into the red zone. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. You get a pick six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Gotcha, Kate.
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Now Hurts getting his guys set for this 2-point play.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit of that deficit. All right, partner, it's only 1 extra point on the scoreboard, but come on. If you're the team who just turned it over, how much worse is it seeing them add on 2 there instead of just the extra point?
Oh, it stings. I don't think there's any question about it because not only do you not execute offensively, your defense doesn't do it either. So you kind of just smack them both right in the face, and yeah, that one hurts a little bit more.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Running on first here with Jacobs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Eagles' 46-yard line.
Here's Jacobs again on 2nd down. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down. Working quickly here.
Campbell on the stop. That's a gain of 8. Makes it
Now Love on the play fake. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Trying to find Matthew Golden. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Fourth down, here's Love. And there's your man there, it's intercepted. Andrew Makuba makes the play. And the Eagles take over and have it started out at the 18-yard line. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's complete inside the 35. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in the game that's already decided.
That's good for Eagles. First down.
All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. But no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So this is a Packers win. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in